Right, I'm starting to do the faces for the fence. What I've done, I've cut two pieces of 18mm ply, the right size for sliding fences, and I've drilled two 8mm holes to take a M8 bolt, and then I've countersunk the top by 12mm to sink the head in. And then what I'll do to get them in there is put the bolt in and then put the washer and the nut on the back and tighten it up really tight, and it'll pull through flush with the front. Once they're in, then it will fit on there like that, with a nut on the back, and it's adjustable. The groove in there is also to take an M8 bolt, to take the head of it, and then like I did on the tabletop, I'm going to put covering over the top and put an 8mm slot in there once it's all glued on, so that will slide backwards and forwards, and that way I'll have a way of attaching feather boards or anything else I want to the top. So once it's tight, it pulls the head in and gets it out of the way. I'm just making some knobs to hold feather boards, etc. What I've done is got a bit of beech, and I've turned it down into basically a knob shape. I've countersunk the front slightly because I'm going to put a captive nut in it, 8mm, for an M8 bolt, and I've turned it down very slightly. I've inset it there, and what I'm going to do is glue some 100 grit sandpaper so it will give grip rather than any other way. I thought it was the simplest way to do it. So I'm just going to put that in there temporarily and screw a bolt through it. If I now tighten it, in theory it should pull it into the wood. There we go. Yeah, so that's fitted in there. So I'll stick some sandpaper on it. Right, I've just cut a bit of sandpaper. I'll put some PVA on it. I'm just going to glue it down. It just gives a bit of grip on the knob, so you've got something to grip onto. Right, I've made 4 of them to fit on the front of the fence. I think they'll do the job. Right, I've just about finished the fence. It's fitted on and it slides backwards and forwards, and obviously it's got a couple of lock nuts at the back. Also the track, I've finished the knobs. It's just a stop I've made, so basically you stick a bolt through, put the knob on, and it should slide into the track, and then you can just lock it off wherever you want. Obviously I can also put feather boards and anything else I want in the track as well. So I'm going to give it a polish up now, and I'm going to seal the MDF here, and that's about it really. I'm not going to do a lot more today. Right, I did say I'd take some video of how the jack works, because I think it was it Benny I think that asked, I'm not too sure now. But basically it's just a scissor jack from a car with a wood block on the end, and it's screwed down to the shelf, and basically when you turn the knob, the wooden block hits the router and turns it up and down. Pretty straightforward really, and it works very well. As you can see, it's very easy to adjust, and you can adjust it quite accurately. So for a simple little scissor jack, it works a treat. A lot cheaper than buying a router lift, that's a fact.